It is like a labyrinth, a unique bookstore with shelves containing 3 million titles, many of them first editions and rare. Over 4 decades, this family business built up a clientele who loved to come and browse through the collection. Now it's filled with books, but has no customers.
Los libros.
Books find their owners. That's the beauty of this bookstore. The book finds you. You start looking for something and you leave with 10 more books than you were looking for.
20 libros distintos a los que vienes buscando.
But in Venezuela during the pandemic, it is harder and harder for books and people to find each other. After they were completely shuttered from March through June, bookstores can now open only every other week.
It is impossible to sell books if you have lockdowns in place on top of the difficult economic situation.
IGNACIO Alvarado has turned to e-commerce, but he says even online sales are next to impossible during the pandemic.
There are difficulties in everything, in transportation, difficulties finding gasoline, and then there is no fluid trade, no book imports.
A recent study found Venezuelans spend more time reading than people in any other South American country. But even before the pandemic, the economic crisis in Venezuela hit the book business hard. The price of a new book is about 10 times the minimum monthly wage, making a book purchase a luxury. According to the Venezuelan Chamber of Books, more than 70% of Venezuela's bookstores and publishers closed or downsized in the last 10 years. Now, all public libraries and reading rooms are closed because of the pandemic, and there's no word on when they will reopen.
Por todos lados, crisis, pandemia.
Everywhere it's crisis, pandemic, virus, death. Reading a book lets you rest for a while and see things from another perspective.
Alba Carrillo made an appointment to pick up a book from Ignacio Alvarado's warehouse. Like book lovers and booksellers across Venezuela, she says she's determined to find a way to keep turning the pages. TRINY, MENA, CGTN, Caracas.